One Punch Man Season 3, Episode 1 just dropped, and everyone's asking the question, is it even good? The short answer, no, not really. I mean, it's actually pretty bad. But I did want to explain it a little further. All right, so the episode, first and foremost, let me just say, this is not an anime season opener. You think of something like Dan Da Dan. Season 2 opened up with something crazy. They were fighting Evil Eye. They were fighting this sandworm. So much stuff. Why is it blurry? What the hell? But then you look at something like One Punch Man Season 3, and it feels like a mid season episode. This feels like, yeah, this is like Season 3, Episode 6, right after an arc just ends. That's all it is. It's Garo waking up in the Monster Association. It's Saitama and his crew chilling after their fight with the Centipede. It doesn't feel like an anime season opener. That was pretty weird to me. Like I caught myself on my phone scrolling a couple times because in the beginning of the episode it was just people talking about random shit I did not want to hear about. It was not that interesting. I will say that may just be me personal thing. Attention span might just be less than the average person, but that's what I felt about the first episode. Not a lot was going on, and it felt like they weren't trying their best to reel us into the season. Now on to people's biggest complaints about the season opener. There was a lack of movement. Acting like ninja at Times Square when the ball was about to drop. There wasn't a lot of movement going on. Realistically, it was like a slideshow. It was like people just painted stuff in MS Paint and then did like a slideshow like this was Sassy the Sasquatch. And that got a lot of fans scared. If this is what's to come, the fights are going to be horrible. The fights are not going to be good at all. If we're just going to be like, if it's going to be animated like a fan would animate the Gojo and Sukuna fight because we don't have real animations to go off of, it's not going to be a good season. Me personally, I'm hoping that they made the first episode minimal movement because they're saving the budget for the later episodes, but it was really bad. It was like, say Garo was walking, it would just be like a view of him from below, only seeing his face, so they only had to animate his figure going up and down frequently and then only his mouth moving because he was talking. And there wasn't really a lot going on. And I also heard some crazy stuff. Apparently, the anime is being animated by a Korean artist. Like, the anime version of that. Why we do that? One Punch Man, you're one of the most popular animes of all time. We can get someone better. We could get Mappa on this, John. Maybe not Mappa. They're doing too much. Get Bones. Get Bones on this. We can get someone doing this better than that guy probably could. No offense, but track record. I don't want One Punch Man to be looking like that. But anyways, maybe don't react too fast. I mean, can't really react too much until we see the next episode. But I don't blame people for going crazy online and overreacting because it did look horrible. I'm not gonna lie, it's not what you expect out of One Punch Man. Like I said previously, you gotta reel the viewers in with a season opener. You gotta do something, maybe build up something. I felt like I don't know. It just didn't feel good at all. If like I wanted to turn it off. I I pushed through it because I like One Punch Man, but I honestly didn't want to watch it. I was bored. Anyways, hopefully I'm coming back here to eat my words, but I just want to talk about that with you guys. All right, peace.